Hello and welcome back. It's Amy with Paper Moon Journals. This is an adorable little mini chunky fairy journal that I made out of a tall skinny journal kit by Pixie Dust Files, and of course a bunch of other kits by Pixie Dust Files. I layered it in ruffles and lace and inked the page edges in a gorgeous peachy pink and added tons and tons of glitter to make it extra magical. One of the things that's nice about this journal, it measures 5 by 6. It has 100 pages. I went over the top with the decoration, and the ephemera is that, what is one of the wonderful things is that it is full of sentiments about home and health, and they can be journaling inspiration, or it can just be something that you can look at and enjoy and use to inspire you. Look through the book and find a quote that inspires you for the day and use that thought throughout the day. I'm not sure if all the glitter's coming off on the camera, but when I tilt it back and forth, I'm trying to get the glitter to show. And almost all of the ephemera is backed. I know I've mentioned in my other videos that cutting out and backing ephemera is something that I do when I'm not feeling very well instead of working on a project if I'm not feeling creative. So I had so much fun with this project, and again, each time I try to do more and more and more and make it as fancy and fun as I possibly can. But this is the full flip through video where I pull everything out of the pockets and show it to you. But they're even more beautiful in person. If you're worried that by seeing the video you will have spoiled it for yourself, have no fear. Once you touch the texture of the papers in your hand and see and feel the different kinds of lace and everything, it's they're so much nicer in person. That's all I can say, is that a lot of the times the glitter doesn't show up, the sparkle off the charms doesn't necessarily show. And when you get them in person, they're just so pretty. That's what I remember thinking about the first journal that I ever purchased. Before I started making them myself, I purchased one from somebody else, and back then I was making a grungy style. I think I've deleted most of my older videos off of the older style that had very few views, if any. Every once in a while I'll go through my channel and delete off some unpopular videos. So I've actually made more and been making them longer than it might appear if you go back and look at the history. But I just love the Pixie Dust Files and the style that Debrina uses there. There's 10 jewelry grade charms on here. Like I said, I inked all the pages. And this one's especially nice because it's full of positive inspirations and quotes, as well as packed full of ephemera. It's really nice and sturdy. That's what backing it does, is it makes it extra sturdy, and then it makes it more interesting because they don't all just have the same back. I tend to prefer lined or like tea-stained backing, but sometimes when I use a vintage document or some old wallpaper to back some tags, that can be fun. Little belly band. Why don't I put on some music and then I'll meet you back here at the end if you're brave and bold enough to watch this all the way to the end. Well, that's it. 100 pages of adorable lace, glitter, sparkle, hope. I thought this would be really nice when I picked the sentiments for somebody who's healing or maybe going through a hard time and aren't most people right now with the cost of living so high. Most people have some sort of health problem or another, some people multiple problems. There's certainly people going through worse health problems than I am today. But anyhow, I thought that this would be something that would really cheer a person up. You can add to it more positive sentiments as you find them. And if you don't like your own writing, you can always type them up and paste them in. You can use a marker if it's on a page that already is kind of busy, then just use a heavy bold marker to write on it. Or I like writing on the backs of the ephemera. I have a journal that I made for myself that I've been using, and so far I've almost done writing on the backs of all the ephemera inside the front pocket. And then next thing I guess will be the page. It'll take something special and important to take up one of those pages, maybe a new sentiment or quote that I find that's really meaningful or important. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you made it all the way to the end. Hope you found something interesting, inspiring. At the time of doing the voiceover, this journal is available for sale in my Etsy shop. I really appreciate everybody who buys from my Etsy shop, since I don't have a budget for this and could not afford this hobby if it weren't for my beautiful, wonderful customers. So thanks again for watching, and please have a wonderful day.